Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe, Panther the Third.
Hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther the Third, and man, I want to welcome back an awesome friend from the past. This is not her fifth time. This is something that she wanted to do herself. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome back to my friend and yours, Quadzilla herself, T Gaines. Welcome back, T Gaines. So today you came on. I would not count this as like your fifth time or sixth time. So this is a special occasion. So T, explain why you came back today.
Well, listen, I know the last time that I was here, I had some bad company. If you remember, I was like, you know what, let's make up for it because I'm in such better company now. And I have made some new friends that I thought that you and everyone that watches Dudes at Ringside podcast would love. And they are Alex and Braxton, which make up the pillar.
Awesome.
What's going on?
Welcome, gentlemen. So individually, if my Ringside crew is not familiar with you, and why would they not be, introduce yourselves.
Brax, take it away, brother.
Oh, I gotta go first. Come on. Just kidding. I am the reimagined Braxton Hunter, professional wrestler of 7 entire, long, grueling, painful years.
And I am the storyteller, Alex Braddock. I've been doing this for about 2.5, maybe 3-4 years, depending on what you're actually counting as in-ring career. I've been managing on the side as well. So right now an in-ring career as Alex Braddock.
Awesome. So you guys are now like, I would say a trio stable. So have you lined up to face any other like trio stables yet in the country? Or is it just, have you been looking for any trios that you've seen in the indies that you guys all want to work with?
We have. Recently, we as a trio defeated a team known as Killjoys in Pro Wrestling 225 out here in Louisiana. They consist of Lucha LaCora, Corey Constantine, and Brooklyn Barrett. They suck. Worst group of people I've seen in my life. They're also accompanied by Wes Warren, who I also beat that same night. 2 matches, by the way. Whatever. I'm okay at this. To become the new 225 SEC champion. So we beat them. But if anyone else is, looking to step up to, what do you call us, Alex? The gold standard of
we are the golden standard of professional wrestling. There's a reason why we have gold in the middle of white. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. So
wait a second, I got to change the colors of the podcast today right now because
hey,
you said gold in the middle of your thing, and I could change the colors because I'm the director, I'm the writer of and the producer of this podcast. Boom, there we go.
Hey,
beautiful.
Rock it and roll it, man.
Gotta make
beautiful.
the gold. Yes. Yeah. So awesome.
But no, when it comes to other trios, I mean, we are a fresh start in a sense. We are still learning each other. So anybody and everybody that wants to step up, we are more than welcome to take on the challenge. Whether it's in Louisiana, Florida, north, south, it doesn't matter. We'll step up and get there.
So individually, both of you gentlemen, because I already know half of the story of T Gaines, because T Gaines, she's been she's part of the DNA of Dudes at Ringside. But when she first started with you two, what is your story? Like, when did you get your starts in professional wrestling? Where was the moment that you knew that wrestling had to been part of your lives? Like, what? Let's hear the stories. I want to hear your story, each of individually with your stories.
Alex, it's your turn to go first.
Wrestling career, I started off as a golf caddy. My now best friend, former heated rival, was the golf father, Dale Springs, and I managed him as his golf caddy. When it comes to actually starting training and getting into the wrestling business, just saw a local indie show inside of a basketball gym, as we all know some of them perform in, and I took it and I said, yeah, I can do that. And then COVID hit, so I had to take a year off and then start training after that.
Awesome. So, your turn, Brox. Your turn.
So I started training back in 2016 in a small town known as Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, in a non-closed-in barn with Rodney Mack and Jazz. There are farm animals walking around the ring as we're training. And then this place was very easily accessible. So we would go and wait by this gas station and wait till we saw their car pass. And me and my two friends that I kind of went to high school with, we were all going to start out in the business together. There's only one left. We'd go back and just kind of have our own matches. So I kind of credit that time, like after training, as like where I really learned majority of like the knowledge that I have now in wrestling, because people kind of tend to overcomplicate it, but at the end of the day, it's just people having fun. But after that, I went over to another guy in Lake Charles, Louisiana, named Teddy Null, who trained me, but not really. But he would always have me around for his shows. And then eventually it got to a point where I'm there for a year or so. I'm supposed to debut so many times, and it just doesn't happen. Left that place and went to a more recognizable name in Louisiana wrestling called Elevate Pro. And when I went over there, I had like one tryout match during training, and then I was on their first show. The next weekend, I was booked in like the semi-main against, forget the guy. He's since retired. But yeah, then it's been off to the races since then.
Wow. And now you guys, when was the moment that you knew that you wanted T Gaines as like your third, the part of the team, even though she's right here? Like, when was the moment? It's like we're roasting you, T, but we're not. We love you, T. We love you. When was the moment that you felt that she's like she's a perfect part of this machine that make it like think about it. When like she'd be the arms because she's T Gaines, she's the fit one. So when did you know that T Gaines was that part of the machine that was missing?
Memory serves me correctly. She teamed with you and Dale, right, Alex?
So she didn't team with us, but we had a moment in the ring that after more or less the crowd got into it. I think it just happened naturally that after we helped her with a situation she was in inside the ring, that the crowd just kind of said, hey, let's get her into this thing that we're calling the pillar. And it's been natural ever since.
Awesome. Like,
then,
where I live in Pennsylvania, there's a promotion called PPW. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them out of Slatington.
Yeah.
Do you guys recognize that name, the PPW?
Yeah.
They have a trios championship. So, yeah, T, I saw the face. You're like, ooh. And I don't know if it's not including a female member of the team, but I think she could throw down with everybody that I've seen their clips, so she could throw down. So I think your the pillar would be totally added to me personally. If I was the promoter, I would be like, click a T. Can you come to Pennsylvania for like a weekend and come for like a week and just show these boys what you could do? There's a hotel close to the place, and besides, Slatington Expo Center has a place you can go buy your fun stuff and then go to a wrestling show. So like it's half. I think I told you it's half consignment shop, half regular. So yeah. So yeah, I think you guys could actually maybe rack up and win their trios championship because the guys that have it now, they kind of made it. I'm just saying, great. So, the boys, the brothers Gray, it's time to move along. I think you guys are gonna get swept under the rug and swept a little bit. Brothers Gray, I know you want to come on Dudes at Ringside, but you always duck me and you always see me. Oh, it's your podcast. You in the podcast? Ming. I could say it. I don't care. I love you all, but don't duck me. But, you come on the podcast, come on the podcast. But, love is love. Wrestling. Hashtag support independent wrestling. But either way, yeah. So, guys, is there any chance, like, you guys have you planned on traveling out of like in the states, like to like any state you all haven't been to yet?
I feel like right now it's just been in Louisiana for Pro Wrestling 225, but I feel like all of us agree that we really would travel anywhere. I know that I'm definitely open to it. And I feel like that, what Alex was talking about, I think that was my first time ever wrestling at 225 when they came out and helped me when I was wrestling Stella, and Chase Matthews and Ryan Awesome was getting involved, and they came and helped me. And so that was my first like introduction. And then the night that I became Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Champion was when I was wrestling Brooklyn Barrett with the Killjoys, and they were getting involved in my match. And then Braxton came and helped me. And it's just kind of, oh yeah, the guys are coming to my rescue. And then there's like, okay, we'll just add her in, I guess. Just kidding.
There wasn't an I guess. There was
kidding.
definitely you're getting in.
There was a whole scouting mission. You just don't even know.
I was just being scouted this whole time.
We take being put into the pillar very serious. There's application processes. There's scouting processes.
There's an HR department.
There's a lot of work that goes into it.
They're all in the basement.
Application didn't have to.
Yeah.
Someone submitted yours for you.
There was like secret pictures of T Gaines on their wall of side shots, like they do like the little cameras like that at Walmart, and it's like you accidentally open the wrong door that when you finally get in, and it's like little pictures with like rubber bands like connecting pictures of you doing like this posing, and then it says you're like, they got stalking me? No, don't open that door.
It's all the gold. It's all the gold strings on the cork board. That's what it is. Just drawing lines to everything. Like,
it's
yeah, like no, she can be our
done. He gains it. It's like it has a rubber band of like where you've been, and it's like that'll be a funny TikTok video. How the guys really found me, and like you walk in and you're like, and it shows like a wall of just pictures of you, just like this, or a Walmart picture you just like staring into the camera, and it's just like, what? Were you guys stalking me? No, we were just examining. Don't open that door.
Of course not. It's called scouting. It's called
scouting.
Looking for talent.
But it's secretly, you see in the corner, it said Emily Locke, and there's this one picture of her like,
no.
Like, don't look at that wall.
Forget Emily.
But one picture.
I spam declined on that one.
Picture of her. She was like that was a bad picture of her. She's just like he didn't notice it was a camera, and she's just like trying to squeeze his it. Has it like crossed your mind yet that if Emily is in another, she is in a stable, like would you ever think about like taking your new boys versus Emily in a match?
Right as it was posted that we were together, she commented on it and she was like, let's do this. And I said, book it. Because she has she has Exodus, which is Josh Wise and Nick Bundy, and they just added in Jacob Walker to it. So the plethora of these untalented individuals. But
Hey,
so
and
it's like
we may have a back pocket fourth. We might can make something happen.
Let's just say there's a lot of scouting that goes on behind the
There's
scenes.
a
There might
lot. There's an HR department. There's
there might
applications.
even be members of the pillar that the public doesn't know about.
Well, if you're ever looking for a
Maybe.
manager to come to
Maybe.
PPW, you just to talk to the promoter, and I could just easily just show up in my little green or blue jacket. Or if T Games could find another color jacket with like the back with the arms like this on the back with the logo, I'd throw me in a nice like medium sized like suit jacket.
No, man, we
Make
got
sure
to
there's
get
a
you
nice pair of
the.
lensed red glasses. I'll jump and be your manager for that. I'll be your Paul Heyman and hold the belts. You know, like
We got to get you a pillar track jacket.
hey, either that or give me a nice shirt. I wear all kinds of wrestling t-shirts around where I live. So, you know. Just there's a female wrestler at the show I went to in another promotion, Battlefield Pro Wrestling. One of the female wrestlers was like, "Here, Joe." I was like, "Thanks." Gave me a nice little t-shirt. I was like, "Well, I'm a billboard." Like, and I got my wall of fame back here of stickers. Right
Oh
there.
yeah.
Wrestling stickers from everybody. Shows support. This podcast is, 3 years running. We love promoting you guys, wrestlers from all over the world. It's just giving. It's like people are like, oh, do you ever get anything from what you do? Maybe a sticker, maybe a t-shirt. But I do this to help support you guys, even though I may never be able to see you live, but helping you get attention from your wrestling and what you do for the wrestling world is my take from it. It's just that my love for independent wrestling, it's just something that I take from it is knowing one day I may see you on AEW doing something. I may see T Games doing a dark match against somebody, and I go, there goes T. She's taking off. I may see you gentlemen on doing a WWE tryout one day, and I'm like, oh crap! Look at there's the boys. There's Alex. They look at their, or maybe they may have you three together. Like you may make it to AEW, and I'm like, wow, look at that. I remember back when I had T like 5 or 6 times on the podcast. Like, yeah, yes. Do you guys have you all individually have like thought from where you are now? Like looked back and going, wow, look at me then, look at me now.
Every
Yeah.
day. Every single day.
It's hard not to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just wrestling alone. Like I said, I was a golf caddy. I had never stepped foot in a wrestling ring, and my first real wrestling match was against the guy that I was managing. So to go back and see scrawny little Alex, and then nowadays not so scrawny Alex, definitely not big Alex, but definitely not so scrawny. It's definitely a big change, whether it's skill and talent. I mean, being able to work longer than 5 minutes, that's a big one. But no, for sure, definitely a big change between the two aspects of who the caddy was and who Alex Braddock is.
Awesome. So, sorry, T, go on.
You're good.
What are you gonna say?
I went through like a period of time of not doing that, like not really, just always just like looking like bored and not really seeing like how far I've come, and I was just on the grind of everything. And then my dad sat me down and he was like, hey, like, take a moment and realize like where you are, like the things that you were hoping and dreaming of, like you're in it like right now. Like don't get so caught up that you miss all these little moments. And next month will make 5 years, I think 5 years for me. And it is shocking seeing like my first promo pictures, like the first this and that, and just seeing how that person then and who I am now looks completely different from just the confidence, physically how I look, all of it is just looks like two completely different people. And I can be very hard on myself. So when I look at that, it makes me feel really proud of the growth and everything that I've come through in the ring, outside of the ring, to where I am today. And it's crazy that I'm here today. There's, just life and everything. So I've made more of a habit to do that, to really look at where I am now to then. And it just gives me more motivation to go further with it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Awesome. And I could see a huge growth in UT Gaines from like when you first started coming, you came on the podcast for the first time, and then you came back on with Kelly, and then you came back on again. And it's just different stories. We came on the first time, and then your second time you came on Mother's Day, because I don't know why I just chose Mother's Day, because I thought it would be kind of cool to have you on. And then you came on with Kelly, and now you came on again recently with me a few months ago. And now you're on here again. Well, last time was, you had a disruption. Like, I don't know how she got that link. I still don't know. Somebody hacked the StreamYard. I swear. That girl knows how to. It's like, in Mean Girls, when she's like, her hair is so big because she has all the secrets. Like, she somehow learned the StreamYard, like,
she knew I was doing something without her, and she couldn't let me have like 2 seconds of time, and she just had to hack
our, I think she hacked our message, and she added
She's not
herself.
that smart to figure that out. I don't know how
she figured out. Hey, she's figured out Twitch, so she's can be a little smart.
Just a little bit. I'm not going to give her too much credit.
Oh man, comments. This is going to get so many angry comments on YouTube.
I'm going to send it to her.
She's going to be like, how did you do this? If this makes a clip, I'm going to laugh. Because StreamYard makes random clips. So this would be the hilarious clip right now. It'd be like, bah, bah, bah. Here, it's going to be like, I knew it. See? My ears were ringing. Well, maybe it was true. Yeah. So, guys, before we go, if there was any kids that had aspirations of joining the wrestling business, what kind of advice would you have for them, everybody?
Do what you love, wrestle the style of wrestling you want to wrestle, and always be true to yourself. I see a lot of people come into the business or try to come into the business, and they want to be something that doesn't fit them, that it's just not who they are. And I find the best wrestlers who I fell in love with as a child, and still love to this day, are people that you can see in the ring. They're the same person outside of the ring. I find a lot of beauty in that, because it shows that not all wrestlers have to be, huge, extravagant characters. Like, we don't all have to be Doink the Clown. Like, some of us can just be people who love wrestling and want to be the best at it. And sometimes that's enough.
Tell you what you got.
There's like a whole long list that I could give. Like,
there is for me too.
Do your research, all that stuff. Like, when you want to go to wrestling schools, be mindful of the people around you. That was the biggest thing. And honestly, kind of like Braxton was saying, like, do what you love. And it sounds so cliche, the no dream is too big, but it's serious. I had a thing, I would never laugh at someone when they said what their dream was to be, because nothing's too crazy. Nothing is too out of this world. If it's something that you want to do, put in your mind that you can do it, and you will. Just as simple as that. And I was a kid and I wanted to be a wrestler, and I'm doing it and I'm loving it. And I've got to meet some great people along the way. And I love that the path that my life has gone down. So the biggest things sound so cliche, the be true to who you are, stick to your dreams. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. Sounds so cliche, but once you're in it, it feels so surreal. I wouldn't be here if I didn't stay true to myself, put in the effort and the drive and stick to it. And so that's the biggest thing that I would say is stick to your dreams and don't let anyone try to belittle you for it or talk you out of it, because it's your life. And if you want to do this, you can.
And I'll go with what both of them said, but I've got two. One, don't be afraid to jump, and two, don't be afraid to take a break. For me, I swore that I would do this for years upon years upon years and never took the jump. So don't be afraid to jump. It's if that's your dream, go for it. And then don't be afraid to take a break. I had to take anywhere from 6 to 9 months off because of life situations. Uh, they will not forget about you. They will remember you, and you. It's like riding a bicycle. Once you learn how to do it, you won't stop. But life is life. Family is family. So remember that, and just don't be afraid to take a step back and breathe.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
would agree with that. No, because sometimes you take a break for a while and you get to see the business from a different perspective, and then once you kind of jump back into the fold, you have this whole new understanding, and sometimes people come back better than before.
Awesome. Guys, everybody, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. T, again, we have to talk about a future episode with, yeah, just a future episode. You know what I'm talking about. Future episode. Yep, I know. I have to doctor feel it. I have to doctor feel it. We're gonna have to talk about this on a later date. I feel like I need to step in the middle of something, you know, like I do, like I did all the time with my female friend. I'm friends with a set of twins, so I always had to step in the middle of. Maybe they didn't even speak English. It was like when now I'm like, whoa, speak English. We're not aliens here. No. Literally, they're so angry at each other. They started talking in Twingo. So it was like, datter. What? Do I have to do Men in Black? Do I have to put like translator what they're saying? No hitting. Like, but I'm
I'll
gonna
get
have to get
her
in
on
the
here. She blocks my number on and off again, so I'll let you know if she responds back to me. But I'll try to get her on here at some point.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for doing this. T Gaines, it's always a pleasure. Girl, keep your head up. Keep it fighting. I know I'll see you here. You and your boys will be here and winning the trio championship. Come on, guys. PPW. Get these guys there. I'm Joe Panther the third.
I know he was pointing. Quadzilla T Games.
Reimagine Braxton Hunter.
And I am the storyteller, Alex Braddock.
And we will catch you in the next one.